Hi, my name is Ben Cook and welcome to Angling For You. Today we're at Cudmore fisheries and it's after a lovely fish like this, and we're fishing shallow today. So I'll just get in my nut and then I'll hold him up for you. Looking at catching fish like this, I'm going to fish shallow, so we'll go through that rig and the feeding method and how we catch these fish. Right guys, starting from the business end, we've got midi high vis and it's hollow. It's roughly about an 8 to 10, stretches for absolutely miles. So that's onto 014 power line, and we've got that straight through to sort of like a little carp style shallow rig. Shallow inline it is, this one, so the line goes straight through the ring but it also goes straight through the body. We've got two number 8s right underneath it, then we've got about 18 inches of line down to a PR36 and it's a 16 with an 8mm band, and that hook link is 013, so quite a lightish rig, but we're, you know, that fish that we had there about £4, you know, there's fish like that out there and bigger, so we should pretty much land most things we get. It just might take us a little bit longer with this light elastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out there, show you how we're going to feed it, and I'll show you how basically you are to present your rig. The reason that we when you fish shallow you have sort of not many shot down your line is because you want that instant hit of the water. You want the bait to fall as natural as possible. So with having the shot right underneath the float, it allows that to just drop naturally below it. So what I'm going to do is fire a little bit of pellet out there, and it really is a working method, this. By hand or by catapult, you need to keep that feed going. Get a rhythm in your head, just give it a couple of flicks over, and there we go, straight away. And those fish are waiting for that bait, and that's absolutely suicidal. I didn't actually think it was going to be that fast, but they're obviously waiting on that bait. Important, once you get sort of control of the fish and you know where it's going, it's gone for its first charge, and you get it to sort of either on your top kit or your top 3, what you need to do is start feeding, and just that allows that fish there that we've got on now was primed and ready to go, because I was feeding that while I was playing the fish I had on before. So just take your time with it. Remember, you've got shorter line on when you're fishing these kind of rigs, so sometimes you just have to give the fish a little bit more time to take its first run. And you know, all we've done is we've got that pole sunk underneath the water. It's the same principle as if you pick someone up heavier than you. When you're out of water, you struggle. When they're in water, you can pick them up. That's the same principle that you have with sinking the tip of the pole. It allows you to get some pull back on that fish. So I've just shipped it down to my top 3 now. It gives me a bit of reach. We've got some features in front of us, and then when I feel that it's tired itself out enough, then we'll go to look at getting it on the top kit. So with my other hand, I'm priming that swim. I've got feeding about 2 lots of 8 pellets, and they're 6mm that I'm feeding, but I'm fishing an 8mm as a standout. Now we've got that fish onto its top kit, we can start looking at working it back. This is where the light elastic and the puller kits work in situ. So I've counted to 25-30 seconds in my head, again with the feed. We're still playing the fish, we've got complete control. We're not worried about it coming off, we're not worried about it getting snagged. We're concentrating on that fish, but again we're priming that line out there. So I've just seen the connector. So when you see the connector, you know that the fish is coming. Just seeing a little swirl, so just give it a few more pulls on your puller kit, and that's the way to do it. Don't just get it on your puller kit straight away and ram it down as hard as you can. That's when you start to lose fish. So I've seen the float, so I'm going to give it another pull. Right, I've seen the fish now, so you're able to judge this with yourself. You feel them pulling back then, and you feel that it's too hard, sink the tip. If you feel that you need to give them any more, just to release your fingers from elastic that you've already pulled out and give them a bit more space. Don't even think about your net at this time until you've seen the fish. So keep feeding that line. So look, it's going on a little run there. I just gently lifted my thumb and give it a little bit more elastic. Like I was saying before, you've got a short rig on, so when you've got a short rig, you need to just be a bit extra careful. Always maintain a little bit of angle on your fish as well. If you allow the fish to pull direct, that's when you get hook pulls or you end up losing your elastic or your rig. Always keep a little bit of angle on the fish. Now I've seen him a couple of times, just going to get the net out and onto my side. It's on my leg, it's ready to go. Don't need to dip it in the water yet until we've seen the fish. So I'm just going to give another few pellets out there. Just priming that swim for the next fish. So you could put thicker, bigger elastics on, but where's the fun? You're on a pleasure session, even a match situation, you lose less fish with lighter elastics and you have a lot more fun playing them. And it's a nice fish. Probably about 3 to 4 pounds, maybe a touch more actually, if I'm honest, closer to 5 maybe. And we're not rushing, we're not trying to net him. We're just waiting for his head to come up, and that's insane. He's just done a triple backflip, which I did not expect. That it is a dolphin that we've hooked to, not a carp. Never seen that before, and that is a big fish, and he's in. And that's a good fish. And he's in the net. It's a good fish, is that? Hooks up, get that feed in there. And there he is, lovely fish. Let's get him back in. Let's see if there's another fish out there. I'm dying to see if there's another one. So just repeat that process again. So get a bit of pellet out. We've been feeding that there, so hopefully just check your bait. Perfect, not a problem with that bait. That's a good thing about using hard pellets. What I'd say is, as a rule, 2 or 3 fish, then change it. It depends if it's been in the water for a long amount of time. So I'll get back out there. And again, just repeat a couple of slaps. And I give it 3 swing overs before I feed. So I give it a triple, just give it a double, and we're into a fish, a smaller fish, so it's just come off. So as soon as that fish has come off, I'm going to give it another feed, and just the rig's just flicked over itself. I don't think it's righted itself. Another handful of about 8 to 10 pellets back out there. So again, we're feeding 6 mils. We're fishing an 8. It may vary on different venues, but generally we've been pulling out the bigger stamp of fish with the 8 mil pellets today. One more time over. It's good to alternate those swings. So if you do, the fish will understand the rhythm of it. You want to get sort of 1, then 2, then 3, then 2, and just sort of get a little system going that you're not repeating yourself. And there we go, into another fish. Doesn't feel like a particularly big fish this time. just a nice hide. And you'll find that idle come very fast on when it comes to shallow. They are a good shallow fish. Oh, and it's come off in the net, which is fantastic. So we'll get him away. We'll go for one more try, and then we'll end the video there. So we've already fed. Swing it over once and twice, and with that flick over you ring in the dinner bell for the fish. Rinse another fish now as well. It's like another hide. Lovely stamp fish as well. Soon put up a good weight with these hide. Just inside the lip. So I hope this has been helpful to you. You know, Cudmore fishery is a great venue, but there's a lot of obviously great venues out there, and you know, follow us on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, Angling for You, and thanks for watching. Ta-ra.